What's up, everybody? King of Fomo here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. Today I want to talk again about Xen. So shoutouts to my patron over here, Ryan E. Ryan E had a question, and he says, what are your thoughts on the proof of bot claim by Richard Hart? He said people can just set up bots and mint them all day. So I wanted to do a specific video about this. Instead of inundating you guys with tons and tons of information and statistics and facts about Xen, I want to sort of focus on one thing at a time. So like this guy says right here, proof of bots. Can Xen be minted too much? Is the minting amount, the free minting, going to be a problem for Xen? So there's two ways to look at this. One is, yes, it can be a pretty massive problem. If you have, we talked about in our last video, the reason why Xen is so special, at least right now, is because of the proof of participation model. The distribution of the coin, if everything works out as it's working right now, and continues to be so over the next couple of years, the distribution of the coin is very, very fair. Just like how Bitcoin's distribution was very, very fair, everyone really has a chance to get a piece of the pie if they just put forth a little bit of effort to do so. And it costs virtually nothing. But the downside to that is the distribution can be very, very poorly spread out if one or two people are minting literally all of the coins. Now, this is one of the reasons why I'm sticking with Ethereum for Xen, even though Xen is on a whole bunch of different blockchains here. It's on BSC, Polygon, Moonbeam, and the list goes on and on and on. I don't know if it's going to be interoperable and interchangeable later on. I highly doubt it. But the main reason why I'm sticking with Ethereum in terms of gathering my Xen is because Xen sort of has a faux value based on the fact that it does cost gas to mint. So even though it's quote unquote free and you can set up as many wallets as you want to create to mint free Xen, either do 1 day terms or 100-day terms or whatever you want to do, you can set up an unlimited amount of wallets to do that. And that becomes a problem on blockchains with literally almost no fees, because you can have a massive advantage. If you go on a very, very cheap blockchain and you set up a robot that just continuously mints over and over and over again, then you have a distribution problem, and you have the people who have bots running on these super cheap chains have all of the tokens, and then you have people who just don't have the time or knowledge to set up a bot, have pretty much nothing. They can only mint once on these super duper cheap chains. With Ethereum, it has a faux value, and it sort of has the Bored Ape Yacht Club / NFT effect when it comes to the price of Xen in the long term. Of course, we're always talking about long term here. There's no way I can predict or even think about the price of Xen in the next couple of months. There's a lot of discovery to be made here. But what I mean by that is, right now it costs $5.10 for one wallet to mint and to claim that mint for Xen. If they do a 1 day stake or a 365-day stake, based on the gas prices right now, which is 14 Gwei, which is pretty low. I mean, it doesn't really get much lower than that at the current moment. So with one wallet costing about $5, maybe even $6 to mint, if a person does go through the trouble and has the knowledge to set up a bot that continuously mints these tokens, it's going to cost them tens of thousands of dollars in gas fees to keep that bot running continuously for just 1 day. And if you go beyond that, multiple days, it's a very, very expensive venture to do that. So that's why I'm not really worried about robots. And in fact, let's just go with that scenario and say that someone does have enough money to continuously keep a bot on and continue to mint. It's going to give Xen a faux value. We saw this happen with NFTs. We saw this happen with Bored Ape Yacht Club and basically every other NFT during the NFT craze. When gas fees were astronomically high, $80 to perform a smart contract transaction, and you saw the effect of that. It effectively made every single NFT way overvalued, but every single NFT was very, very expensive to buy and to sell, and that's where the NFT market boom took place. Now, after those gas fees settled, a lot of NFTs ended up dying out, and they lost sort of their value because it was cheap to mint, cheap to move them around, and that's kind of where they got their value from. So you might say, well, Xen might be in the same situation later on if gas fees do decrease even more, or if we like. The other problem is if you have a ton of Xen clones, because that was the main issue with NFTs is you have so many NFTs that value is going to crunch in. And some NFTs got out lucky, right? They got their value essentially from the astronomically high gas prices that existed at the time. And you look at your NFTs like Bored Ape Yacht Club and Cool Cats or whatever, and they're still holding on to a pretty astronomical value even though gas fees has decreased. And I think Xen might follow that trend in terms of its price appreciation, and it is sort of driving Ethereum in terms of the network traffic with gas prices. We took a look at this before, 125 Ethereum in just one day worth of gas fees being burned. And as long as that continues, and if that continues, like I said, it's going to give Xen sort of that value, whatever the amount that you can get in one day divided by $7.48 is going to be the faux value of Xen. So even though it's free to mint, I do like the fact that it does have sort of a cost here with gas fees. Now, with other blockchains, like I said, with cheap blockchains, yes, I do agree with my Patreon here, Ryan, who stated that this could be a problem if you have robots controlling all of the supply. People who are able to have robots controlling all of the supply, that could be an issue. But with Ethereum, I don't think that that's a problem. So that's just my thoughts on that. There's a lot of other things to unpack here with Xen. Stay tuned. I'll definitely be making more videos talking about this and unpacking this a little bit more. And nothing's really a guarantee. I'm not saying that Xen is, a year from now or 30 days from now or 6 months from now, Xen is going to be a top 10 crypto. This is very experimental. Just because it's, similar to Bitcoin doesn't mean it's going to do the same thing as Bitcoin by far. I've seen plenty of projects fail altogether. But this, in my opinion, like we compared Xen to NFTs. I do think that this has a lot more use case than a typical NFT due to the fact that it's on the Ethereum blockchain. You can build off of it. And there's a lot more that I can talk about with that, but that's getting into a whole different topic. So we'll save that for another video. So that just answers that question. That's just my personal opinion, my personal thoughts. If you guys think I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the Patreon chat, and I'll mention it in my next video. Catch you guys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.